All right, here's the Hyundai, what is it, 2000 HY2000Si. This is the update, and as you can see, the naysayers were right. So the tiny tack that we put on there, remember? So now it's at 27 hours, 28 minutes total time. And it's in pieces. So what happened here, I hadn't used it much at all, and it was still working just great, and just sat in the shed all preserved. So I moved to a new house, and we have a generator hookup up here. So, you know, after a year or so, it started right up, first pull. It was working great. I was just trying it out on the house, making sure everything worked. Now, before I put a load on it, it made a funny clanking noise when I had shut it off when I was just warming it up. And what that ended up being was this screw, which came out of the exhaust port. So see, it's broken off right there. Now it was still quiet, very quiet. I mean, you can see there's a little leakage around where it just had a soft aluminum washer for a seal. Here's the exhaust pipe. Man, it's heavy. That's where most of the weight is on this thing. But this went here-ish, right? It also had a bracket over here, which there's another screw broken off, and apparently that just broke off and went away. Never saw it. So, but that wasn't the problem. I just noticed the sound. No big deal. But what it was the screw just clanking on this because it was sitting in the bottom. Now, you'll notice I have the front of it torn apart here. It quit putting power out about an hour into testing it. And it was hot out. I thought, oh, maybe I overloaded it. No, I did not. What happened? It's smoked. It's done for. These coils, this is exactly how I pulled it out. Right here. You gotta be kidding me, right? Crazy. These coils are just zip tied, and all the zip ties look like this, about 15 of them. Just dry and broken to pieces. They're all laying right there. Crazy. So what happened, this, which is supposed to be insulated, I'll find the one here, right here. See how these are all smashed? So these have conformal coating on them. And it looks like these three, I don't know if the light's good enough, were rubbing on the frame right here. And I think eventually it just bounced through, and this thing's been totally dead. I've run it. The engine still runs great, no problems. And for those wondering, it's a RONGFA something. Still runs great, runs fine. However, the front panel is totally dead. You have nothing, no lights, of course no output. The engine efficiency is done for. It just runs at idle. The engine switch does work though, it turns it on and off. So I started the troubleshooting. I thought, yeah, you know, it's something in here, until I saw this, and there was a little burn mark there. So I thought, well, it's got to be done for. And if you look at this panel, it's all epoxied in. I didn't see anything burnt on there though. They do have a parts list now, and that parts list lists the engine is like $210. The inverter assembly itself is like $260. So I think if you have one of these and you're already out of warranty, you need to take it apart and insulate this and zip tie or use real string or something to tie these up. Check this, because that would have eventually broken the other one off here, and then it would have been a problem when you really needed it, and melted through the side of the case when it started leaking. But yeah, there you go. So mine's going to be on Craigslist for probably $100 if somebody wants a good engine for one of these. Maybe you smoked the engine and the inverter's still good. But that is what else here? I don't think anything else was bad. This is a little ghetto right here. This is just soft sealant on this valve cover vent. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, it's still pretty good. Nothing else was really wearing on it. Alright, any questions? Shoot me an email.